If you're not having a hard life, you're being lazy. Hello, beautiful people. How are you? My name is Connor. You're watching ThrivingMinimalist.com. I really appreciate you checking out this video. I have gotten comments on YouTube over the years of making videos that tell me that I'm lazy and that I need to go out and get a job and put my nose to the grindstone. And I use my minimalist tools to erase those comments because I really don't feel like they're serving me. I don't feel like they're serving the world. I just get rid of them, and that feels super, super good. But I wanted to recall those for this video because I think there's something important to be said about this. And I really hope that it's helpful for you. I think what I really want to let you know, when we are living a life that feels really good, and when we are happy, and when we are shining brightness, there tends to be some people that are afraid of that, or that it reflects on them and they feel something about it, and they might try and put us down in some way. They might try and send us kind of this angst that they may be feeling, maybe this kind of negative built up energy that they're feeling. And that's okay. That has nothing to do with you. That is only coming from them. And the best thing I think that we can do is just continue to smile and continue to live our full, beautiful lives, continue to shine brightness on the world. What I have found is that hitting these people or hitting this energy head on, it just causes more resistance. It doesn't feel good for us, and it doesn't feel good for the person, and it doesn't bring that powerful, vibrational, energetic love into the world that I think does actually have a positive effect. This goes for absolutely any area of your life. Any area. If you know what you're doing is bringing you joy, don't worry about other people who tell you need to do it differently. I know that sometimes it's hard not to worry about them or hard not to feel what they're feeling, but see if you can let it go and really love yourself. Believe that you have the answers for you. Know that you are the only person to really understand what brings you joy and how to get it. Trust yourself. The other thing I want to say has to do with this concept of laziness. In our culture, I've found that laziness is thrown around as an insult. And I remember being young, really young, and being called lazy at different times in my life. And I'm curious if you've experienced that as well. Now, laziness is interesting because I don't quite know what it means. For some people, I feel like sometimes it means if you don't have a job that you hate, you're being lazy. If you don't do things like other people are doing them, you're being lazy. If you're not having a hard life, you're being lazy. I feel like for some people that is what it means. And obviously when you say that out loud, it's like, it's ridiculous. I also think there's this other laziness that people are talking about as a negative. And that is this idea of being idle, of not getting anything done. This is something that is really got to be checked out, because when we rest, when we sleep, when we take a break, when we breathe, we are getting so much done. This is the healing space. This is the integrative space. This is the space where we collect everything we just did. This is where we reap the rewards. I've made a video that talks a little bit specifically about sleep and rest and taking our time and having patience, particularly when we're talking about laziness. I just don't think that it actually exists. I think that this is a word that holds feeling for us when we say it to other people, when it's said to us, when we say it to ourselves. It holds feeling, and I'm curious what that feeling is. I want to investigate that feeling. My belief is that when we feel like we're being lazy, we are judging ourselves. We have a feeling like we want to be doing something else. We have maybe low motivation. Maybe we have a desire to feel passion. and we're not. Maybe we have a desire to feel excitement and we're not. All of that is okay. That doesn't make you a bad person, and it doesn't make what you're doing bad. I think a lot of us have these self-critical parts inside of us that call us lazy. And forget about the rest of the world. The rest of the world can throw insults at us all day long. And yes, it may affect us, but there is no one who can affect us more than ourselves. And that has to do with our self-criticism, and it has to do with our power of self-love. I know that I have a part that calls me lazy sometimes. I have a part that says, you're not doing enough. You need to do more. You need to get stuff done. You need to stop watching Bob's Burgers on Netflix and go make some YouTube videos. I've got that part too. I think what I want to encourage us all to do is to hear that part that's calling us lazy, that's saying we're not going to make it, we're not going to do it, we need to do something differently, and just take a look a little bit deeper below the words. What is that part really wanting? For me, sometimes what that part wants is the freedom to feel like it can rest. Permission. It wants permission from me to say, hey, you know what? You're doing great. You deserve to watch Bob's Burgers on Netflix for as long as you want. You do that. You hang out and you chill. And sometimes it means something else. Sometimes it's like, hey, I have this energy, this passion, this drive, this motivation, and I don't know where exactly to direct it. I want to do something with it, but I feel kind of stuck. And in those cases, I relax. I find patience, and I search out the thing that would feel absolutely best for me to do at that time. For me. Maybe that's going on a walk. Maybe that's doing some writing. Maybe that's doing some drawing. Maybe it's making a YouTube video. What it is not is doing things like other people. When we set ourselves up against the norm, the traditional culture, the dominant culture, we will always feel lack there because it's not our truth. It's not our truth. We are so individual in the things that we want, what we need, our desires, our passions, that we cannot possibly sink into exactly what is the medium. We can't. We're so unique and special and precious that we have to find our own little design that works just for us. And only you know what works for you. Sometimes when we hear that voice, you're being lazy, it's coming from a place of you're not fitting in. You're not doing things like other people. You're not working 80 hours a week. Your nose isn't to the grindstone. You're not having a hard enough existence. You're not staying up late nights drinking a ton of caffeine to get that paperwork done. You're not buying the house and then the other house and the car and the other car and the next car. You don't have a closet full of things. You need more things, more money, more stuff, more burden, more work, less time, less love, less relaxation. That voice, I believe, has been created from the external circumstances, and we've kind of adopted it as our own voice, and we say it to ourselves. And I think what would be best for that self-critic, that part that sometimes says that we're lazy, that we're not motivated, that we're not getting things done, is some recognition, some validation, and then a whole lot of compassion. Moving from that place of compassion with that part and with our system, we can do anything. I want you to know that I do not think you are lazy. And I want you to know that no matter what you are doing, it is serving you. You may want to be doing things differently, and that's okay. I believe that you can. But you're not lazy, and that's not the reason you're not doing them. You have the power to change your life, to change the direction of your life, and you have the power to do it right now. And that power comes from a place of love. It is love for yourself, and it is love for those parts of you that are easy to love, and it is love for those parts of you that are tough to love. It is love for your entire system, and it is the belief that you do indeed have the power to control your life and the flow of your life. I think all of us can say to ourselves, I am not lazy. I love my life. I love what I'm doing. And it makes sense to me that sometimes other people may see what I'm doing and feel lack in their own life and may throw some insults, some put downs at me. That's okay with me. I understand where that's coming from. The more important thing to me is when I hear those insults coming from inside myself. That's where I want to slow down and really engage and really take care of those parts. Really listen and really hold compassion, and then move forward from there. If you're getting those voices that are saying you're lazy, you're not motivated, you're never going to be up to snuff, you're never going to be good enough, I really encourage you to try and find some love, some more love for you, because that is the healing source. I work as a therapist. That's really what I do for a living, and I absolutely love it. It doesn't feel like work for me at all. And I've designed this program. It's a 30-day email program, and it's designed to help foster self-love. And I know that this is like the key. This is the key to happiness, to sustainable long-term happiness. I have done and continue to do so much work around developing my own self-love, and it has only brought more joy, excitement, passion, and trust into my life. If you're interested in checking out the program, you can link up to it in the description box. I think it's a really worthwhile program. If you're interested in working with me, either as a coach or in a therapeutic setting, I'm open to that. I really, really love you with all the love that I can give from across the internet. Take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for watching the vid. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. I'll check in with you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.